Okay, I believe Rhin'zey's action is done, and then the next one will be Waruay.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I moved from the courage over to here. I used my draconic roll. As I was running towards the creature, I used my first round of attacks, so I missed. I got a 6, and I was about to do my.
Yeah, miss. 3 misses.
Oh no, because I have advantage.
Okay. All right.
Because that's my one. So my second attack, I got a 7, and my third attack, highest is 9.
Okay. Only the 17 hits.
For some reason, roll type it.
How many can you make?
Unless he's using his key points, he can attack this many times. Unless he have advantage, which of course I'll be wondering how. So
I keep points. So I got 3
you and your allies have advantage.
Advantage, so that's 6.
As a bonus action. All right. Okay. You will let out.
He won't roll damage.
Okay. So only the 17 and the 14 hits.
Alrighty then. And I'm using my Draconic Strike, so that's a fire damage, so 11 fire damage in total.
Okay, so only 6 and 5.
Yes.
Totaling at
So-
11 fire damage.
11 fire damage.
Yeah, my hand bleeds and flame.
Alright, okay, you deal 11. Okay, then that's done. Okay, round 2. Now, okay, after you deal that attack earlier on, you realize that somehow the cursed defiler started to spin, and shrapnels of sand started to spin all around you within 10 feet, hitting you, Tyrson, and then Waruay. Okay, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Waruay succeeded, I think. That's a
Half damage to Waruay. Okay, Tyrson. Okay, Tyrson received full damage.
How much damage?
How much damage? Okay.
Hey, don't forget everyone you're
Okay, alright. Waruay, you receive 12 HP damage. Tyrson, you receive 23.
23, okay. Yep. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. After it spins, Waruay and Tyrson, you realize that you got slashed by multiple shards of sand, cutting through your delicate skin. And Durotan, you're just lucky to move away from there before this creature started to spin manically after being attacked by Waruay. And then after that, Cornelius, what do you do?
Hop down. I hop down, 1, 2, and attack. And I assume because of what's it called, Waruay's
Draconic roll.
Draconic roll, I got advantage. So I'll attack twice. And Herbert, because my blade is magical, it says that it's magical. Like my pack weapon is magical, so I assume the damage should put instead of normal.
It's
So I'm
magical.
just gonna attack twice.
It's magical for the sake of bypassing magical-based resistance. So yes.
You do get like the
So
benefits of a
I
magical
get
weapon.
18,
Okay, that's a hit.
and with that, and hex. I still have my hex.
Mm-hmm.
16 damage.
Okay, 16. Okay, it's not half damage for necrotic, so only 13. All right. After that, any more?
That's it. That's it.
Okay. All right, Tyrson, your turn.
I'm going to so I'm going to attack it. And pass.
You have advantage. You have advantage on your attack.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you have advantage. So roll again on your longsword.
Use your advantage for this turn because after this turn you don't have advantage anymore. Okay, you struck even with Waruay's assistance of its roar.
It's
You
tiny
struck
little
the sand,
Roy.
but your sword just go through the sand, and that's it. And what you're going to do next, Tyrson?
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on me,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
Okay, Shield of Faith, and that's it. Okay, Durotan, what do you do?
Since I'm raging, I take out one of my javelins to try and pin the creature down where he is with one javelin. So that'll be... I'll roll twice, pick the highest. Okay, let me put it to advantage, and that'll be one javelin roll. Yep. I rolled a 22, and that'll be just to use one javelin to pin the creature where he is, like preventing him from moving. And
okay.
for it is 8.
Okay, 4. Alright, you threw the javelin. I mean, you can't really prevent it from not moving. It's just sad. So, okay. And then after that, Varius then.
Varius will use his magic again. Let me just put it in his...
He should have healing as well, because he's a sort of that sorcerer can heal. So.
Oh, can he? Okay.
Yeah.
What sort? Like what magic?
Yeah, exactly.
Healing word. Okay.
Yeah, he has healing word.
Yeah, like healing word.
Let me just use that on.
That's a bonus action, so you still get
your regular action.
Main.
Yeah. That's 1d4
yeah, so
plus
60
your.
feet.
Question: is it me or he does not level up his character? He doesn't level up his character because his character is only...
It says it's sorcerer 1, cleric 1.
But his HP can't be just 13. His HP can't be just 13.
I think he.
It doesn't make sense. I think it doesn't make sense that his HP. No. Even with level up, his HP shouldn't be 13 only. Unless he really low, then that's on him lah. But I would assure that his HP shouldn't be this low.
Anyway, so we'll talk about this after the game with him. That's 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. What's the spellcasting modifier?
I think it's charisma.
Okay, so you roll
his
one.
His charisma is plus 4.
Oh, okay, so it's 1d4.
Yeah, charisma is plus 4.
Okay, 1d4 plus 4.
1d4 plus 4. Okay, cool.
Who are you healing? Because only a creature. It's only a
1d4.
Who are you healing actually?
Who needs most healing right now?
That'll be
Durotan,
me actually.
Durotan.
Yep.
Durotan.
5. He only received 5 HP.
Mm-hmm.
He only received 5 HP.
I would say better than none.
I mean, as you just want to argue about the 1 HP. Go ahead, make it safe.
Anyway,
Let's see what else has his got. Can I use more spells with him, or like a cantrip, or
healing word? Wait.
Healing word?
Healing word should be wait.
Healing word is a bonus action. So you
it's
still
a bonus action.
Yeah, bonus
healing word is a bonus action. That means you are able to attack. You're able to attack.
You can still attack using your
dead. Okay. Is that the only thing that does damage?
Magical damage, yes.
Okay.
Necromancer.
Yeah.
Necromancer.
Yeah, I'll use Toll of the Dead again.
Alright.
Oh,
Do I
Herbert,
need to roll
remember,
something?
Herbert, remember earlier on when I used my hex, I haven't declared what I want to hex his wisdom, hex his saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just hex his wisdom instead?
Hex is wisdom.
Yeah, because if you see, wait, where's my hex?
With hex, she can choose to hex him.
I can choose one of the ability, saving throw ability to hex. So whatever that he's rolling for, it will be at disadvantage instead of normal
Okay.
roll.
I roll a natural 20 and then a 14, so it's a pass. So,
Which means he.
so
Sorry,
nothing
what
much
is
can
it?
happen.
If he passes, he doesn't
So
take any damage. He has to fail to take the damage.
So he doesn't take any damage at all?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. I think his
Okay.
actions are all gone now. It's my turn now.
That'll be Elgen's
Right.
turn.
Okay, Elgen, what do you do?
I am going to. I'm going to cast Bliss on. Or Bless. Depends on who you want to talk to. On Durotan, Waruay, and Tyrson.
Okay. What does it do? If you can put the description.
+4.
It's a D4
to
to
your roll or your saving throw, but only one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. 3 creatures. So better make sure you put the icon of the bless on your characters when you're blessed.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to tell Finn to get Tyrson out of there.
Yes. Get Tyrson out of there.
And my turn. And then Finn will come in, fiery teleport, Tyrson saving throw, dexterity saving throw from.
Alright.
I want to teleport, so
You want to, or you don't?
yeah, I do.
Cool.
Oh, right, okay.
So it's just you that needs to do it for the creature. So you have 15 feet of movement to go in any direction you want.
53 squares.
Right here. Hide behind the bunny.
Okay.
Oh wow!
That's a fast for the fire. Okay. Anything else? You want to move or stay put, Elgen? Or not? I'll go to Rhin'zey.
I'll take my movement and move 1, 2, 3. 3 squares. I won't bother with the acrobatics.
Okay, Rhin'zey. I don't think you should roll for acrobatic because you're already within 3 squares.
Yeah,
I would have
Let's
blessed
see what I
you,
should
but
do.
you weren't close enough.
I'm close enough for a weapon. Did you say?
No, I would have blessed you too, so second level bless, but you weren't close enough for me to get you.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. I want to move a little bit closer, so... Do I have to roll acrobatics if I want to move closer?
No, you don't have to. You're very still
Okay.
close, yeah.
1, 2, 3. I think I'm in range to attack him. It's like 10 feet.
Oh.
I want to use Daunting Roar. He's within 10 feet of me, so I want to use Daunting Roar. You gotta do Wisdom saving throw.
No.
Yeah.
If
He has.
does this frighten him?
Yeah, because it's
No.
if he
Immune to
fails,
frighten.
if he what's the because you have to do the whole thing with the hex with disadvantage as well.
Immune.
Oh, what Herbert said that this
Immune.
creature is immune
Oh
to
yeah.
frighten.
Immune to frighten.
Oh, really?
Okay,
I didn't know that.
What do you use up your bonus action? Okay, what's your action?
Oh, I can't use any more bonus actions, can I?
No.
I'll use my action to use my. Hang on, my Warhammer's within range of him, right? 10 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You have
Yeah.
advantage, remember.
Sorry.
You have advantage, remember?
Okay, yeah, I have advantage. So I'll use Warhammer. I'll use two-handed strike on him. So my character, I'm gonna do a little RP. I'm gonna just put the light crossbow right beside me, and I'm gonna equip myself with the Warhammer, and I'm gonna strike this creature with my Warhammer.
Mhm.
Is it advantage or is it disadvantage?
Advantage, advantage.
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 Okay.
Until Waruay's turn is advantage.
Yeah, until end of my turn.
Alright, it's the
Round
18
3,
then.
you don't have advantage anymore. Better use it up.
Alright.
Alright. Okay, you stop
And
hitting the sand itself, but only for half. And that's it.
he didn't take damage?
He does, but not much. You just splash and hit sand the moment your Warhammer just hit this creature. And then Waruay, your turn. You know the Curse Defiler itself cannot be defeated by just regular weapons itself. And if you don't take it down, even if you destroy this creature, it will still come back again the next day. So, what are you gonna do?
Well, it seems like we've committed to the fight. We need to take it out for now. And I personally want to take it down, so I will attack with my strike. This is my first attack because of advantage. So 18. And my second attack, 22.
Mhm.
And my third attack, oh, a crit.
Ooh. I see these numbers. I am happy. I-ish happy when I see them.
3.
You good?
You
Okay, 3 is
also,
also full attack. You 3 is
You
also full
also
attack.
have less, remember?
Oh yeah, you do have the plus, the 1d4.
I think it's
Oh.
okay because he's at advantage.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
he
Unless
has
wants to keep
advantage.
it
He
for
hit
saving throw.
1, 2, 3.
Because-
Yeah, he hit
So
3
he can
times.
keep it for saving throw if he wants.
Yeah, yeah,
He can
exactly.
keep it for saving throw if he wants.
Okay, roll for damage so that I can do the total calculations.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you can click on the unarmed strike if you want to.
Click on it.
If you
You
click...
click on 18, 22, and the net 25.
Yeah, no. Click on the word unarmed strike here in the chat.
Oh.
Click on
okay.
18, 22, and 25. Click on
Yep.
18, 22, and 25.
Yep, no problem.
Plus...
I didn't realize.
Plus...
Yeah. Check my. Oh, wait.
And the net 20
And
now.
the 25. Oh, no, 25. You click on the 25 because it calculates differently. Yeah.
Oh, and that's all fire damage.
That'll be total 18, 18 fire damage.
Okay. That's it.
No, thank you.
Give me the unarmed strike first, then you give me the magical damage. Because the bludgeoning damage is still
Oh,
half.
no, it replaces it. Just a sec. Because my draconic strike, it replaces the bludgeoning with fire damage.
Okay, is this every attack or just one attack? When you
Every attack.
damage the target on an unarmed strike, you can change the damage type to acid, fire, lightning damage, or poison.
It's,
Is this all the attacks or just a single attack?
Oh no, this is every attack. So I mean, yeah. So every time I use an unarmed strike, I can choose what type of damage it's going to
Okay,
do.
no worries,
Either
no worries.
bludgeoning or one of these other types.
Okay, hit damage it. Now it's round 3. Alright, okay. Now recharge. Okay, recharge Sand Slash as an action. Okay, let's see now who's within 10 feet. Tyrson, blah blah blah, Rhin'zey. Okay, Waruay, Rhin'zey, Tyrson, and Cornelius roll dexterity saving throw.
And we got his recharge.
Fail, fail.
you have a d4, Waruay.
Oh, okay.
Herbert, are you able to let me know what's the DC? Because I have something. If it's
that
not,
would
then
be-
never mind.
13.
Just roll. Okay, they fail. Cornelius, okay, lucky footwork when you fall to change reaction to roll a d4 and then to the save. Okay. If you're blessed and a d4, I suggest you roll 2d4 plus your bless and hopefully
No,
you can
I don't
defeat
have blast. I don't have blast. So I'm just gonna assume that I miss lah.
it. Okay. Right, because you're unable to know what is dexterity saving throw is. So Cornelius failed, still just an 11. So Waruay failed, Cornelius failed, Tyrson also failed, Rhin'zey received only half damage. Okay, so we're gonna be rolling for damage. $27 HP damage on those that failed. But Rhin'zey only received half of that. So rounded down is 13 HP damage, Rhin'zey. HP damage to Rhin'zey. Okay, and then after that Cornelius, Tyrson and Waruay receive a total of 27 HP damage. The slams itself slashes your skin, your face, your thigh, and everything else. Cutting wounds, arteries, and many more. It's like wounding the rest. And whoever is down after this, roll for death saving throw.
Okay. So just a D20.
Okay.
Isn't it on their turn?
Okay, Cornelius, are you down or are you still alive?
Alive.
Okay. Now it's your turn. What do you do?
Wait.
Oh, I'm down.
Okay. Oh wait, I check. Yeah, I'm still thinking what should I do because I have a few what's it called? I have a few things in my mind. I'm not sure should I do this or should I just go.
I'm still waiting though. What you want to do?
Yeah, I'm what is it called? You know what? I'm just gonna cast this. I cast it on my blade, so it will be darkness. So anything within wait, it's got 15 feet radius, so it's 30 feet. 30 feet around here on my blade will be in darkness.
Okay.
In magical darkness.
Magical darkness. But I'm able to see it. Because of this. Where is it? So I'm able to see on my own darkness.
Devil sight. The only people that can use it. Okay. Alright, okay, that's done and done. Okay, one action. You have a bonus action. If not, I'll skip to Tyrson. Tyrson have to roll for that saving throw.
Oh yeah, wait, since I'm able to what? I should be able to move away, but he should be able to hit me with just disadvantage, right, Herbert?
Yep, I have to roll for that one.
Okay, I'll move away, just 5 feet away here. So attack me with disadvantage.
Okay, rolling twice. Is your armor class 15?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a hit then.
Okay.
Okay, you receive 9 damage.
I'm down.
The moment you run away, palm, it hits you straight. You notice that the sand actually slashes you hard and hit you really, really hard. You slam next to Durotan. At Durotan, you actually send somebody actually fell right in front of you, where you can't see who is this person because this magical darkness blocks your dark vision or whoever's dark vision is within that area currently. So, okay, Tyrson, roll for that saving throw. One.
Is death saving throw, is that considered a saving throw?
Yep, you have to roll for death saving throw.
Yeah, but is that still counted as a saving throw?
Now that's
it's a different kind. It's not the same as. It's not the same as ability saving throw. Death saving throw is just death saving throw.
Tyrson.
You rolled a 15.
Yeah. So,
where?
Anytime. And
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I forgot that D&D Beyond doesn't have that special thingy on the Roll20 character
Mhm.
sheet.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 19.
That's a pass.
So
That's one pass.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Durotan, what do you do?
Okay. Wait, okay, so since he passed, I assume I'm able to see, like, just around 10 feet of normal, since magical darkness only allows dark vision to work within just 10 feet, so I'm able to see both, since they're both, like, in front of me.
Griffin, hang on. Because she's down,
Mhm.
the spell has dropped.
Oh, okay, if the spell has dropped, meaning I'm able to see. Okay, first thing first, I take the bunny's body, put it in the wagon behind me.
Unconscious body, not body yet, right?
Yeah, unconscious
Okay.
body, just the unconscious body. I put it in the wagon behind me as a movement action, since he's in front of me. So he's now
Okay.
like
That's done then.
inside. And then I do the same with Tyrson. So I take his body, like drag it out and put it in the wagon. I take his unconscious body and put it in the wagon behind me as well. So
Okay.
Tyrson, you can drag.
And then that's done. You use up your action already. Okay. Alright, Varius.
Okay, let me take control of Varius. Okay, let just the character load. For Varius, he used already like one level 1 healing word spell, so he has 2 slots, and he will cast another healing word. Let me just put it in the chat. Did it put in the chat? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's 1d4 plus 4 on one creature, which is he can see is Waruay, so Waruay will.
Waruay.
if the person who's down, if you heal them, they get back up.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
1d4 plus 4.
Waruay, right? Okay, Waruay, you receive 1 level of exhaustion the moment you actually got up.
Mhm.
What was that?
1 level.
1 level of exhaustion immediately.
1 level of exhaustion, and you get basically 5 health. As a movement action, he goes to the wagon and just grabs it, and yeah.
Oh,
If you're on the verge of death and somebody raises you with a healing word immediately or any healing spell, when you're knocked down immediately, you're immediately exhausted. If you knock down again, exhaustion level 2. You knock down again, exhaustion level 3, all the way to level 6, and then you're permanently dead.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I didn't.
Yes.
So did I just get 5 HP just now?
Yep. 5 HP damage.
Okay.
Sorry, 5 HP health, and yeah.
5 HP damage. Wow, that's a dangerous healing word. Okay. Alright, the Varius done, I believe. Okay, Elgen, what do you do?
I'm going to use my movement to get back to the wagon. And then I'm going to tell Finn to fiery teleport.
Fiery teleport on who?
So because he can hover as well, he's going to go basically over the top of him, and that way Waruay and Rhin'zey can both teleport, and the other guy needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, doing another dexterity saving throw.
I can love that.
And okay, all right. And finally, he failed. And then you teleport Waruay and Rhin'zey 3 squares.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Do we decide or does he decide?
You decide. You have basically 3 squares, so you can basically just drop yourself on the wagon, and that's 3 squares for you.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Exactly.
Yeah, because we're 10, so
Okay.
If it's possible, I can turn undead. I can like scare him away. So, and any fiends or anything like that. So, if that helps.
He takes 5, 7 fire damage.
Okay. The moment you actually did the fire damage, and because it's 5, you only have 5 HP left, you destroyed it. But completely destroyed. The sand creature exploded And you notice that its scarf and turban and everything just fell on the sand itself, and you see its remains just fell on the sand. But for Waruay, and Durotan, this creature is not destroyed. It's not turned. It will just take another 24 hours or more for it to return back to life again.
Do I know
And then
how to destroy it?
the moment you notice this, okay, the moment you did that, Elgen, you managed to do that. But Elgen have no idea whether this creature is completely destroyed because Waruay and Durotan, only you can tell the rest of the party that's within the card itself to quickly escape, or well, you have 24 hours. Perhaps you should take a long rest next to the remains if you want to. So Waruay, I give you to roleplay this one first, then after that, then do Durotan. Okay, Waruay, how you roleplay this?
Okay. Yeah.
While this is happening, sorry, will I spare the dying on Cornelius and Tyrson?
Okay, all right. Okay, you spare the dying. It's unconscious. If they're healed, they'll go straight to exhaustion level 1. Okay, then after that you do that, Elgen, you quickly rush towards Tyrson, and then after that, then to actually spare the dying. Then Waruay, how do you explain this to the rest of the party, that this creature is just down, but not dead?
That was close, but we haven't killed it yet. It's an undead. It must it can only be killed on sacred grounds. Do I know of a way to properly kill it?
Yeah, a high level turn undead or a lot of holy water.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't think we have the means to properly kill it unless one of you can cast turn undead or have some hidden vault of holy water on you that we don't know about. But it should be fine. It shouldn't come back until the next day. But we should be long gone before the next day before it rises again.
Okay, the rest of you actually heard that, and then Waruay explanation. Durotan, you also know about this creature itself. How do you explain this to the rest of the party?
Basically, Durotan is like checking on the two, Cornelius and Tyrson, and as Waruay explained this, he says this in a, I wouldn't say extreme panic, but it's like, yes, we're out of danger for now, but let's just bolt out of here type of a tone and say,
quick, drive out of here. We only have until the next dawn before this thing rises back again. We'll stop and take a rest somewhere safe from now. We haven't even killed him. The only thing we did, we delayed the inevitable. Cornelius and Tepes are in no shape to even take more damage from him. Quick, driver! And he drive us out of here. The rest of you, hold on. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Didn't you say it takes 24 hours for it to come back, though? Don't we have some time here?
Not unless you want to face him. We'll rest, yes, but not here. As much as I would love to rest and wash my face, I do not trust this unholy ground.
But if we leave right now, we won't have enough water to survive in the desert.
Okay, give me a water skins. I'll go into the water, fill them up quickly. Waruay, bandage to Cornelius and Tyrson. The rest of you be on guard.
Could I go check the area where the flower was and see if anything was left behind?
Okay, that's what I was trying to
Okay. Get over here, Elgen. Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Those that whoever that had actually towards the oasis, you can actually fill the with water. Alright. Okay.
I give my water skin to Durotan.
Sam, I give him mine, and I try to look.
Am I awake or am I still just unconscious?
Still unconscious.
Unconscious, but you're not dead. You're not dying.
I will try to do a medicine check. I'm not an expert at it, but I will try to do my best.
I fight nothing.
Okay. Alright.
I fight man.
Okay, Elgen, the moment you actually head there, roll for perception.
Oh, perception. I rolled investigation. That works
Okay,
better.
investigation or perception, up to you.
I'll go perception.
Oh, nice.
Okay, alright. The moment you actually head towards that location where you actually burn the creature, you see that a few of its cloth is actually burnt, slowly singed. But what you'll notice is the sand beneath your boots is slowly shifting, and it's not moving like where sand is supposed to move naturally, but you notice that the sand is moving slowly upwards into one small direction, moving from left, right, or straight to the middle. And you realize that this black covered sand beneath your feet is slowly regenerating back into the creature that you destroyed earlier, or you assumed that you destroyed.
I cast Nature's Flame on it and run back to the wagon.
Okay, you cast Nature's Flame, bam, delaying its regeneration again. Just another hour or two. Then you notice that Durotan and others, after filling up the water skin, rush back toward the cart. And you are the last. The Edras have such scream at you, Elgen, if you're gonna stay there, you stay there. You're gonna leave, we're gonna still leave now. The orc has a point, we have to leave. Unless, of course, you all are brave enough to actually stay here for the night. She turns to the rest of the party and look at the two unconscious heroes on her cart.
As this is all happening, I'm going to reach to the back of the wagon, cast Cure Wounds on Waruay and Cornelius at first level.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And Tryson is down, right?
Okay, you cast Cure Wounds on Cornelius and then Tyrson. They woke up. They're exhausted. And then after that, they just like the horse and slowly like carted away. And
Cornelius 10, Waruay 8. That's
Oh,
just the
no,
order.
I was up. It was Tryson that was down. Wait, so you're healing Tryson because Tryson was the one that was.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Tyrson.
Yeah.
Tyrson and
Tyrson, yes.
two that are down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's cool.
okay,
Just so they
You know
have
the-
fitness.
you are now at that hex trying to run off during the next day. The next hex, you have to roll another D100 in order to find a safe place, a safe spot to actually rest throughout the time and day itself. Because when you move, you're not resting yet, meaning you're still moving without actually having a proper rest. Just an hour rest. But you can't have a long rest as long as all of you are still in the cart. So you can only take one short rest per hex. So now move one hex, and then after that, somebody please roll a D100. Don't roll again that's below 10 or 90%. Okay? But then again, we can't actually blame the dice for this one. Yeah, Rhin'zey did roll a 10.
Mm-hmm. I moved the wagon already, so somebody should just roll a D100.
Is it?
Can I roll?
Oh, yeah, go.
Varius roll 67. Okay?
Oh.
So now 67, you don't see anything else other than the sky itself is like darkened. But you see that within the desert lands itself, within small little hills, you don't see many movements. You don't see desert wolves or any fellow goblins or even others within there. But please roll for survival also to see whether you're actually safe enough to actually rest for the night. Otherwise, it's just a 1 hour rest.
I will assist.
Oh, okay. In that case, roll and see if you get above 10.
Yep.
Not gonna happen. It's unsafe. That means
Okay.
one ration is down.
Mhm. You assume it's unsafe, but you're not fully rested. It's just 1 hour rest.
Mhm.
But 1 hour rest, even if you 1 hour rest for 8 hours, is still considered an 8 hour rest. So, whoever they want to roll for their hit dice during the 1 hour rest, you guys can. But those that are exhausted still stay exhausted, especially Tyrson, Cornelius, and Waruay. So, because there's no
Oh,
long
we are
rest.
still able to roll for hit dice, is it?
Mm-hmm.
In the journeys, have I found anything, like any herbs yet?
Nature 12? Nope. You don't find anything.
I
Nothing
have
that you can
rolled
actually forage in the
two.
desert.
I've only
Herbert,
rolled
one hit dice
two
only, is it,
at the
Herbert? One hit dice
Only
only,
one
is
hit
it?
dice because you're only 1 hour rest. But you're still exhausted because you don't have a long rest.
Since this is a new day, I shall roll for survival first. And okay. Elgen, do you wish to assist me?
Sure.
I'm happy to.
Okay, that means advantage plus. Oh, okay. Okay,
Oh,
one
advantage.
advantage. Yeah, just one advantage.
Nature! Nice!
Okay, I rolled 13. As long as it's above 10, and we're okay. That means I am moving here.
Okay, roll the D100. Okay, Elden, you do actually find some for stuff you can actually forage, even food that you don't have to use for rations. And then after that, perhaps some food that you can actually nibble on. Nuts, not berries though. Like dried fruits, even the sand itself. And then Rhin'zey rolling a 47, nothing.
Does
And
13 lets me know the place is, safe to set up camp?
you're unsure.
Oh, okay. That means I...
Oh, I rolled an
There's a 50%. There is a 50% chance of a random encounter during the long rest.
Mm-hmm. Okay, another day has been passed. Rolling for survival.
Suggest that we need to take a long rest soon.
Yeah, we have to take a long rest.
We're unsafe until
Or
we
we will
venture
die.
out as far away from that defiler as we could. We're unsafe. As long as we're on an unholy sand, we have to keep going. I know this is going to be uneasy, but trust me.
Don't we get a long rest during the night? Or, because if you don't rest during the night, or at rest during 8 hours a day, you get exhaustion.
Okay,
So we should have been taking long rests while we're moving hexes.
okay, Rhin'zey.
That means you guys are not actually resting properly. That's why.
Rhin'zey.
Let's see now. After that one hex, everybody roll for con save.
I didn't want to do this.
Oh no. I can't say.
Fail. Okay,
Oh, no.
Durotan fail. Rhin'zey pass. Cornelius pass. Elgen fail. Waruay fail. Tyrson pass. Okay, those that fail. Elgen failed, completely failed. So you're now exhaustion level 2. You're completely
Can I be sort of like chatting to the driver, like flirting and all that stuff?
Who's this person?
Yeah.
Okay, you're exhausted. So you try to flirt. So like you try to flirt with Deidre. Deidre's tired. Her eye bags is like dragging, and she's like putting the horses moving. The horses seem to be fatigued also at the same time. But okay, Durotan, your exhaustion level 1. Rhin'zey is not exhausted yet. Cornelius is not exhausted yet. Elgen is exhaustion level 2. Waruay exhaustion level 2. And then Tyrson still exhaustion level 1.
Does Rhin'zey's
So
17 survival tell us if the next area is safe for us to rest in it?
I don't care. I don't care if it's not safe or not. I'm going for a sleep.
okay, Varius also failed exhaustion level 1. I'm just gonna take the same score as Rhin'zey also.
Does Rhin'zey's 17 survival tell us if the area is safe?
Okay, for Rhin'zey.
I don't want exhaustion.
Rhin'zey, just look around, looking at the lands itself. Okay, Rhin'zey, you assume that could be safe, but you notice there is a safe place that you can actually make camp, perhaps like an oasis, and also some ruins. And then after that, you tell the others, because it's just DC 50, Rhin'zey, you have to tell the others that this is a safe place for you to rest. It will require you to roll, of course, a D100. If you score 90 to 100, or 10 below to a 0-0, an encounter will stop. But it's a safe place. You tell the others. You assume that it's a safe place.
Rhin'zey. Rhin'zey? You have the power to save us now.
Rhin'zey, if Rhin'zey say we move on, or will he say place my camp?
Oh,
Because I see his mic is
Unless
moving
Rhin'zey
on Discord, but he's not talking.
Maybe he's a mic.
oh, come back, Rhin'zey.
Can I do it? Can I roll the D100?
No, you only do a D100 once you start the long rest.
Rhin'zey.
Rhin'zey have to RP this and tell the others that it's safe. I see that his mic, his voice
know?
is blinking. Right.
Hello?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Alright. So Rhin'zey tells everybody, yeah, we can rest here. You guys had a long, tough past few hours or past couple days. There's nothing to worry about right here. We can camp right now, and everybody can rest. Do I have to roll D100 again, or?
No, you don't have to. You don't
Okay.
have to.
Alright, we're
You
all
actually
resting
find-
here.
You actually found a place which you actually think that is actually safe to actually be camp, Rhin'zey. And after that, then you find a good place which is a small oasis. And then the other actually look at the place itself. And then she actually went down from a horse. And while the rest of you actually making sure that the place is actually safe, then Durotan and perhaps Varius actually help her to actually set camp. And then set a small little camp where everybody could actually just fully rest. First you put a fire, and then she looks around, and after that she just actually set into one of the camps itself. But, of course, to make camp, and also to take a full long rest, somebody must always be on the lookout, and then somebody must always be there to ensure that they take the next round. But elves usually take 4 hours for long rest.
If we take a long rest, do we get our HP back?
You have to roll for it using hit dice. So if you're level 3, you roll 3 times. You then get a
Okay.
full HP when you take a long rest. Now everything is rolling. Okay.
How do I roll a hit dice? I don't have it. Oh wait, it's right there.
Yep. Roll 3 hit
Wow.
dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
If it's a
Okay.
long rest, then roll up to your maximum level. So if it's like 3, so roll 3 times. For example, at Durotan is like rolling 10, Rhin'zey rolling 11, Cornelius rolling 7 and 6. And then she has
I'm
to
level
roll
3,
1.
so I'll go again. Yep, I'm full health. Yeah. And I'll just do it again for anyways, just because.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Once the deaths are done, then I'll let you roll a d100 to see whether you fight somebody here in camp itself.
Also,
okay.
those with exhaustion levels, you can remove them. You can remove 1 point of
No,
health.
per day, you know?
One.
Per day, yeah?
Mhm.
Per day of rest, you remove 1 exhaustion.
Mhm.
So, for example, you have to rest here for 2 days
Mhm.
for people that have exhaustion level 2. Okay, Rhin'zey, roll another d100 for the second day.
Okay.
Oh, so we only remove one exhaustion level?
Yeah.
Right? Nothing happened. It was actually a peaceful 2-day rest. And for those 2 days, if you don't roll for survival, you use up your rations. But water is fully filled up.
I'll roll for survival
I-
to see if I can hunt something for those who are resting.
Can I assist?
Yeah, sure. Just roll ahead of me.
Okay. Survival.
Okay, I roll with advantage, so this is 1 and 2, so that's 15 for the first day and the second day. Assuming like we...
Second day.
Yeah. Okay, again, advantage. Okay, on the second day, I managed to hunt down a very fat gazelle and managed to brought it so that everybody could have.
Gazelle in the desert? No.
Okay.
You do find perhaps some wandering wild wolf, perhaps, that actually wandered too close to the camp and perhaps killed one, and then perhaps the rest of it just scattered away. And then you have brought back the meat, and you just eat it. And then after that, other than that, perhaps some small little critters that you just killed, or perhaps even you found some small wild berries because perhaps Elgen just don't like it that you're killing these small cute little creatures while he's actually meditating.
So
Right.
I'll be eating dreams and leaving wet dreams behind. So beware.
Get my dreams, boy.
Yeah.
The nightmares itself, you suck the nightmares out of everybody. Okay, during the 2 days, I want everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw. Those below a certain threshold number, that is a nightmare. So meaning that Tyrson will just suck that dream out of you.
Oh wait, I don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cornelius and Waruay like really having bad dreams. Oh, and everyone else.
You want to know why, Herbert? Because both of us nearly died.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I had a nightmare on the second day. Damn.
Yes. And Rhin'zey having nightmares on the second day, which actually was completely removed by Tyrson, as he actually like suck out the dreams itself from your minds. And then after that, on the second day itself, those that were exhausted level 2, and then back to level 1, and then back to 0 again. But all of you are now fully rested, and all your HP is now back to normal. And then during these 2 days itself, everything seems to be peaceful. Waruay is actually taking a deep, just like dive inside the small little oasis. But okay, Waruay, can you roll for investigation check for me?
Oh, yes. Oh, by the way, because I would be not wearing any clothing at all.
Okay, took a bath. The other group, actually, Deidra will also join you to take a bath. Well, she's still wearing her clothes, though she's not completely fully naked, so she's just wearing her normal clothes.
I'm going in.
Second day, first day, and so on. Okay, all right. Those that took a bath, right, in this small little pond here, roll for investigation.
I'll be at the edge of the sand and sea. I don't know how you call it, but yeah, basically that. Because I'm too tiny and I'm afraid to drown.
Well, Waruay is a kobold, but he seems to be enjoying himself swimming in the water.
This is a lot cooler than the...
Okay, alright. Okay, while everybody enjoying themselves, okay, Waruay, you actually realize that your clothes actually been stolen by Finn. Like while Elgen's actually busy meditating. You got up. Well, even for a naked kobold, you really have nothing much to show. So, but you actually all enjoyed yourself. It's like dipping, the water is cool, it seems to be very sweet and everything. The leaf itself like moving left and right, the trees itself seems to be giving some sort of really nice dried fruits, which actually Durotan actually plucked when he actually climbed up, making sure the Elgens not angry at him for killing the wolves from the desert on the first day. And, well, after all that, then, okay, Rhin'zey, you even tried to break the rock walls of strength.
Okay. Strength. Where are you? There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually smashed the rocks during the first day. And you smashed and smashed. Then you got some few of the ores. Where you want to realize about these small little rocks is that it's actually like iron ores, perhaps for yourself. You actually managed to get actually roughly about 100 pounds worth of it, which of course, Tiendra actually told you that if you actually bring it to perhaps Matahari, you can actually smelt it and perhaps even create your own weapons or perhaps out of it. But then again, she just wondered, if these rocks are just made of irons itself, where does it really come from? But she doesn't really want to bother too much after the second day. Then she just like tells, and after that, look at everybody and then tell everybody so can actually head further ahead towards Matahari.
So can I pack these rocks?
Yeah.
And
You
Yep.
can, because the cart is actually strong enough to actually carry it, but not carry too many passengers. So the others like Durotan, even yourself, and Tyrson will have to walk side by side to the cart, and then
100 pounds, did you say?
Mhm.
So how do I put that in? Just rocks or iron ores or what?
iron ore 100 lbs.
Iron ore,
I'm-
100 shell.
I'm going to flirt with Dedra, just to say this long journey will build up a sweat. It's a great thing we can have a place to swim in this lovely pond. And your figure is so exquisite.
Okay. You actually try to flirt together. It's like with Deidra during the first day of your meditation, during the second day. Okay, everybody else, roll for insight when you actually see Tyrson actually trying to flirt with Deidra. If you guys go high, you guys know that he's trying to flirt with her. If not, then no. Okay, Cornelius doesn't know, Durotan doesn't know. Elgen, yeah, he knows really well. What is that?
Insights. Okay.
Rhin'zey have.
Oh my gosh.
He's totally oblivious. He doesn't really know about his human and human interaction.
Now
It's
I
like-
rolled a 1.
Okay, Waruay, I have no idea.
I'm too busy trying to catch the.
Okay,
My first
okay, Tyrson roll for persuasion with disadvantage twice. First day, second day.
Wait, how much is 100 pounds in kilos? Can I put it in kilos? You guys all use metric system?
LBS in terms of kilos would
It's
be
double. It's usually double.
So it's
It's usually
50-ish.
double.
LBS
How
to
many LBS? How many LBS? Let me know.
Oh, 100.
45 kilograms.
Okay, 45 kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 45.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, Tyrson, 16, persuasion. Okay. I was like, on the first day, she didn't really talk much to you. She just talked to me mostly about just like journey itself, not a hurry. But on the second day itself, you did actually during the campfire itself, during the talk, while eating the fruits, which was actually foraged by Durotan, Elgen did notice some sort of weird chemistry that's going on between you and Deidra. Deidra did actually flip her white silver hair. Like, you actually talk to her. She just like blink a little bit, and that's about it. And then also roll for wisdom. Roll for insight, Tyrson.
Inside.
Okay. You do notice that the others perhaps are due to give some sort of signal, perhaps, you're not sure, because this is your first, you have been journeying with her for the last many days, protected her from the dangers of the desert itself, but your mind is also thinking about another person back in Vow, which you perhaps even have feelings for.
Oh.
Is that Petronicos? Is that Petronicos?
Yeah, Petronicos, right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. During the night, as I thinking, okay, if Petra knows about this, you're not too sure what's the reaction gonna be. But then again, she's a few hundred miles away, and you're 100 miles, 300 miles away. So she probably won't be able to find out. But during that time itself, you all like pack your belongings, and then pack camp, and then decided to actually head out towards the dangers of the lands again itself. And then okay, Elgen and Waruay, like during that first second day, just like fooling around with each other. But during the camp itself, nobody actually realized that Tyrson was actually busy flirting with Deidra, except for Elgen. Elgen actually just stayed quiet. Okay, now let's move.
Okay, survival to those who wishes to...
Yeah, I'll do assist.
Okay.
Survival, nature,
Survive.
perception, and also whatever.
D100.
It's like nature, survival, perception, and the 100. Yes, correct.
I can assist with survival.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I'm assisting for.
Okay, so I got like advantage and I think a +5 to my survival if both assisting.
No. No advantage. There's a +2.
Oh, okay, +2.
Advantage with +2.
Oh, okay. Here's the first one for the second day. That means it's at 12. And
Yeah.
as long as it's a...
You should just ask Rhin'zey to just move forward. Well, you have to move one hex,
Mhm.
and that's about it. Okay, nature 17, okay, good weather. You actually avoided most of the dangers of the desert, Elgen.
Mhm.
And after you you tell Diedra to actually move a different way to avoid some of the sandstorms. Because now when you see sandstorms coming towards your direction, Elgen, something is really off about the sands. So when they try to move towards your direction, so you avoided that, and you also avoided some of the dangers of the land, like some wolves trying to actually look for food, and then you move further away from them. But also you look for other herbs and even food, so you don't reduce your rations. Every time Elgen beat a nature 15 or higher. But the difficulty goes higher and higher depending on the location of the map. Okay, alright, then move further forward.
I already did, so we're gonna again. Who wishes to assist me?
Me.
Okay, so
There you
let's
go.
roll. Okay, good. Here is okay. We move 2 hexes since it's 15, I believe.
No, only one hex.
Oh, okay. 1 hex, meaning here. That'll be nature, and I believe there was a perception roll. Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay,
Okay,
alright.
yeah. Let me lower my rations, and my water are at 4 since each water skin has 5 points of water.
Okay.
Wait, anyone refill my water skin earlier on?
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
I
This should be
how
auto.
I
many?
refilled
How many?
5 points of water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one
Yeah,
point.
5 pints of water.
1 point a day. And okay. Since I moved, next day, so that'll
Okay.
be another survival. Rhin'zey, if you wish to assist. Oh, okay.
No, we'll and then leave.
How many times we moved already earlier on? Sorry, I wasn't.
One hack.
Two
One
hack.
hack. Oh, okay. Advantage.
But you don't have to reduce your rations because of Elden's nature and then the survival skill also.
Okay.
How many hacks
Yeah.
with 18?
No, still one.
Okay. I moved in here, and I'll be.
Where are you supposed to be moving anyway? I noticed that you're moving north and still moving.
Because I'm assuming
you're still moving south, east.
Yeah, I'm because we were moving like somewhat here, so I'm trying like to make it into like an arrow straight now to Matahari, which is because we deviated a bit.
Okay. Alright. The moment you actually move here, Diedra actually explains that we are actually reaching one of the abandoned temples of Heliot, the sun god. And it's been abandoned for quite some time. And the worshippers actually left the dungeons. Actually, she tells you that, that the dungeon of this temple of Heliot has been left abandoned for centuries now, ages. And if not mistaken, I believe Formidor told me that ever since he was invaded by some unknown creature, that the people there, which I've accidentally summoned, the whole temple itself from the third or second or first level was completely engulfed with a number of its own dangers. I believe, if not mistaken, they somehow have accidentally raised the dead by summoning something from within the desert lands itself, that Diedra tells you. But well, we'll be passing the temple very soon, perhaps by tomorrow. And then she tells you, if you move your hex there, and then you go straight to the map, and you'll be able to see it. Okay, then roll for survival, nature, and so on.
Okay. Assistant survival, only 1 person.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay.
Would you like me to assist you, sir?
Okay, you don't have to reduce your rations because it seems that Waruay actually managed to find some other fruits and some bushes even beside food, instead of just putting the animals inside. I'm also rolling a D100 because Rhin'zey has been busy, so I've been rolling 300s recently, secretly, but so far nothing, unless Rhin'zey wants to roll.
So the D20 is 2 hexes, is it?
Yep, if you bypass the temple, then you bypass the temple, so you don't have to go straight to the temple.
That's 1, 2, because we have to bypass the temple.
But it's up to the others whether they want to stop by the temple itself or not.
Okay, let me just put it back here. Group vote time. Do you want to guys see the temple or do you wish to bypass it?
Just
I would
bypass it. Just bypass it.
I would like to.
We can. We
I
can
want to
check
see
it
it.
out on the way back.
Okay.
Okay, so
You can still bypass it. Then it's a choice whether you want to ignore it or not. But I'll just bring you straight to the temple first, okay? You can ignore it. It doesn't matter.
okay, so okay. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, because we're at the temple gateway. Whomever wishes to explore, just know this: our first ever unknown dungeon with so many question marks.
It's a choice. Because you roll an actual 20 just now survival.
Yeah.
So you can bypass this and just go straight to the other hacks. So, but this is a choice. But I just let you guys see that because you guys need to pass this area to actually head towards the other section. You guys can even make camp here, but if you guys want to, but there's no point because everybody's fully healed.
I would like to go have a look. I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, we are a lot stronger than the last time we've been in the dungeon, and we're like much smarter now. We know what not to do to be stupid. So
I shotgun throwing the crystal on the ground.
And we just essentially took on a defiler and one-ish.
we also have 2 more members here, and we can possibly get a legendary item of sorts, so we can take that on the next part of our journey. So the benefits probably outweigh the cons.
And I'm looking for something that can help my fellow kobolds. Maybe in this that could help with that. And I'm sure other people here would have similar ideas that maybe they could find something here that could help them with their quest.
I look at Deirdre, and that's when I ask her, as we make a temporarily stop, and just say to her,
What can you tell me about the Temple of Helios here? I mean, should I expect something as worse as the Defiler? Or something as, less terrifying than that thing? With your knowledge, of course.
There tells you, I'm not a historian, I'm not a bard, I don't keep track of history. This is what Formido tells me, that the temple door is just closed because they just actually, the worshippers of this place from ages ago, the eons ago, actually raised some creature which raised others after it. And then now the whole place is just locked up, making sure that adventurers, there were other adventurers, no mistaken, from Matahari that came here. I think 4 of them, they decided to actually journey towards the temple. After that, we don't hear or see them anymore. Maybe they actually managed to plunder the riches and then decided to actually move further away to a different town. I assume that much. That's what she tells you. But if you don't want, if you want to stay, we can stay. But I definitely don't want to go dungeon delving. That's not my thing. But if you want to come back here, perhaps next time, that's your choice, she tells you. But if you want to move on, let's move on.
Elgen, how are we doing on provisions? Could we afford to stay here and check out the temple, the abandoned temple?
I believe we've used 7 rations? I've lost count because this happening so fast.
What about the rest of you? Are your provisions in a good conditions? Can you afford?
Well, I definitely have more than 15. I have in total. I've got 16 rations for me.
How many did you start with?
You see that Cornelius is like trying to pull up his hand. It's like,
I started off with like 22.
I'm sorry to be the party pooper, but I thought the reason why we took this journey is to go to Matahari and not to explore any other places. We are kind of derailing from our main objective here. I much appreciate that if we done our objective first, then we come back here. I mean, at least we don't keep Daedra waiting. I'm sure she has been dying to get back to Matahari as how we all want to get back to Onahol. It's
She
like,
laughed at you the moment you. She laughed the moment you mentioned dying.
Agreed.
I'm sorry. Am I not saying it correctly?
No, I'm sorry. I do apologize, Cornelius. She said, it's just that, yes, I've been dying to go back. And yes, it's like dungeon delving is not my thing. But if you do insist of going, though, I'll stay here and perhaps make camp for the night. And perhaps you can travel there. Perhaps, maybe take a day or two. But it depends on the others, she tells you. But, of course, I do insist on going back because the belongings in my cart couldn't sell itself if I'm not back.
Rhin'zey, what do you think? I recommend we finish escorting Daedra, get some extra provisions, and maybe some holy water, just in case if we faced another one of these accursed things, then come back here better prepared.
It does seem to be the most sensible thing to take Deidre back, because less baggage. Yeah, I mean we have every single time to explore this temple. It's not going to be moving anywhere, but this woman, she's got things to do, so yeah, we have to go to where she wants to go, and then we'll come back.
Tyrson, mark this place down in our map for later exploration. The rest of you, we'll take an hour short rest, then we'll be moving on.
When we take a rest, I'm gonna approach Deidra and ask her, you should hire some good old mercenaries to help you on your travels. What do you think? Is that a good idea?
Well, you remembered what I said earlier. There were 4 adventurers from Matahari that traveled here. They were the first few people that escorted me halfway through here before I went over to Underworld. And then after that, after they lead me here, and we went our separate ways. That's when I traveled to Matahari. And then after that, then I bumped into Christopher and the rest of his friends, and then they brought me safely to Underworld. And then after that, but it was a little bit harder because of the sudden thunderstorms and the sands itself started to create this havoc in the lands itself. But well, I believe that I'll wait for your decision whether you should actually, if you want to bring me back to Matahari, or I should travel back myself, or I could actually just stay. If you want to actually open that door and venture in, I can't stop you, but I won't venture in. I'll stay here for at least a day or two while waiting for your safe return. And then she turns to Varius. Varius, if the others actually go in, how about you? And then Varius replied, well, if they feel like going into the dungeon itself, I'm going to stay here with you, Deidra, making sure that you stay safe. And besides, hey, you need a strong man to be by your side, not only Tyrson. He winks.
Oh, snap! Oh, snap!
There's got to be a response in there somewhere from Deidra. To that.
Deidra like looks at, and then she just like raises an eyebrow and look at Varus. That's it. She just said,
Then Varus would probably be like, this is not enough for you?
No, he just stayed quiet and just smiled. And then he just turned and looked at Tyrson. That's about it.
Well,
damn. She just emasculated the crap out of him.
I say nothing.
Okay, guys, so I guess what I do, moving from left to right, Cornelius to Waruay. Okay, Cornelius first. 2 action roleplay. What do I do?
Cornelius insists that we should get back on track and stay on our objective, which is to send Deidra back to Matahari as soon as possible. So whatever was it called, derailing and everything, is just not on his notes right now. So he will just say that I seriously think that we should not be derailing. I'm sorry for the party pooping, but like I said earlier on, once we bring Miss Daedra back to Matahari, we can do all the exploring we can on our free time. But right now, we are here on. I assume that we are being paid. I assume that we are being paid by Miss Daedra here to send her back to Matahari. So any more longer than that is not ideal. It's like you just see that Cornelius is like looking at everyone. Is like hope to see that there is some sense into it.
Okay. All right, Durotan. Okay, I'm laughing because I'm reading the conversation on the between Waruay and Elgen. Okay, Durotan, your turn.
Alright, we'll keep going. We have to escort Daedra to Matahari. Tyrson, mark down this temple on our map so that we can come back here as soon as the escort mission here is done. The rest of you, if you have rested,
I've already did.
alright, let's get back on the road then. We have a long journey ahead of us.
Okay. Rhin'zey, Varius, anything, or just move ahead and travel?
I'm just, yeah, I'm a man of few words unless I actually need to like do a freaking monologue. But I'm gonna get on the carriage.
Okay. All right, Tyrson, you.
I'm pretty much gonna follow the carriage, and pretty much agreeing. We should go. At least we know it's here, and we scoped it at the place.
Okay. All right, Elgen, you.
Like I said before, we can hit it on the way back. I mean, we've got to head back over to the west anyway to check out the other kobolds. So why not hit this on the way back towards Honor Hall?
Okay. All right. Lastly, Waruay, you.
Yeah. I'm hearing the word kobolds are sort of snap out of the bit of fun I'm having, drop down and say, oh yes. We should probably, before we go into this temple anyway, look for information before just go blinding walking in, which to something that could be a trap. So maybe we should skip this for now and come back to it later once we're a bit more prepared. And the sooner we get back to the west, the better.
Okay. And then after that, all right, then Daedra actually like control the horses. All right, then I believe everybody you just decided. And okay, and then Durotan, you actually took the remains from the horses itself and then lead them towards the desert lands itself after taking a short rest, and then head straight towards Matahari. Okay, then while traveling itself, okay, again, roll for survival, nature, and perception, and then lastly at the 100 from Rhin'zey.
Okay, well I will roll to what do you call it?
Assist.
Nature 13,
Support.
not too much.
For survival roll.
I'll do perception.
Okay, so just waiting for the survival assistant roll and
Oh, yep. Survival roll. Yep, here we are.
okay. Assistant advantage. Here's 1. And here's 2, and yes, we get to move 2 hexes thanks to the 20. That's 1. That's 2.
Oh dear.
And
Oh no.
so what do we
Oh my
see?
God.
What do we see
Again?
on the third day? Let me just minus some ration. One ration.
Looks like we're getting double XP tonight.
How many? Are we 3 days? Is it?
At the temple, we only rested like just an hour short rest. Ew, crap. I hate dead bodies. Dead bodies is always a red flag. A massive red flag.
Well, Rhin'zey did roll a 3, so okay, Rhin'zey and Durotan, when you actually lead Daedra and the others, you somehow could have misstepped or unsure where you're actually leading them, but Daedra actually followed your direction. And then when you actually reach this steep cliff itself, the passage was so narrow, it was so hard for Deirdre to actually maneuver the cart and the horse together. But the moment that you move forward, you smell the stench of death in the distance. Durotan and Rhin'zey. The others perhaps have not seen it, but Rhin'zey and Durotan, you're the first to actually see it in the distance. There's like a cart and a few dead in front. Okay, Durotan, you first, then go to Rhin'zey and Roleplay. What do you want to do? Durotan.
Durotan basically take out his sword as he looks to the party and
Say, I smell the stench of death. Corpses are ahead of us. I don't know how many, but Elgen, can your folks able to scout ahead? Just to see, if it's safe to pass. The rest of you, ready arms. Combat could be upon us.
Elgen looks behind into the back of the wagon and then turns back to Durotan and says, I believe he's occupied at the moment.
Occupied with what?
But I'm sure I could get him playing with Waruay. I don't know.
Playtime?
I've just been watching the road. I didn't know whether... Turns to Waruay and goes, what have you been doing?
When you say that, I look up and immediately go up the road.
Playtime can wait. Ready your weapons, and Elgen, if you can, have your folks scout ahead just to see what happens. We'll wait here. Until then, ready arms for combat.
I'm gonna be is this steep? The arena like a cabin?
It is steep. You would need a proper... You would need to roll for athletics if you actually want to climb.
Including with my special ability?
Okay. Where do you want to climb first?
I was thinking coming on here and get the high ground to see if what's the dealio and if it's an ambush on either side.
Okay.
How high is that cliff face? The
How high?
step.
30
Yeah.
30 feet each.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Okay. Okay. let's roll athletics.
Do I have... hang on. Where is the spell? Where's the spell? Pinion. Yeah, find familiar. There it is. Okay, cool. I can see up to 100 feet through, with the connection
Oh, nice.
with Finn. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go into a trance at the front of the wagon, and I'm going to have Finn fly, around Is it Waruay that's still in the scouting?
Oh, I can do the scouting.
Tyrson is...
Oh, sorry, who
Tyrson.
was doing it?
Tyrson.
Tyrson. Alright, I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I'm gonna send, Finnegan with Tyrson. And where and pretty much give him advantage when it comes to, the skill check, being able to teleport him around as well. Actually, no, I can't, because I haven't activated him yet. Never mind.
And unless he's dropped it, he's pretty much got a 40-foot, 30-foot length of rope hanging out of his mouth dangling.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50 foot. I'm...
It's half burnt and half frozen.
Half burnt and half frozen, yeah.
Like by cooking.
So I'm pretty much going to use my spider climb to climb the... But I'm not walking on my 2 feet. This looks like I'm like grabbing on the things, just like making sure my disguise and to notice I can do this easily.
Okay, roll. Go for athletics.
I still need to do athletics with my spider climb.
No, you don't have to then. If you fly then you climb up the cliff, the steep cliff easily. Then you reach the side. Okay, just move your character then. Where you want to go?
Right here. So 15 foot, 55. Sorry, 35 feet climb. Then I want to move too much here. That's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's it. That's my range.
Okay, alright. Okay, that's done. Okay, Cornelius, what do you want to do?
Wait, where is everyone? So what is everyone doing actually before my turn? They just go and examine the dead body in front, is it?
We sent in.
No, nobody moved to the front yet.
Basically, Tyrson and the Fox went to scout. The rest of us are, ready our weapons for potential combat in whatever they're gonna say about it.
Okay, I'm just going to be uneasy about it because the last time when we stopped by for something, shit happens. So I'm learned from the last session. I mean, like last encounter. I'm just gonna ready my weapon.
Okay, Red Durotan, you?
Ready action since I have, my weapon ready and everything. Just waiting for what Tyrson and the Fox will say about what's ahead of us. Is it, safe to pass or, we have to, find a longer road, but at least safer than this?
Okay, Rhin'zey, you?
Rhin'zey?
Can't hear him.
Oh, I
Okay,
think it's, again, yeah.
Okay, Waruay, you? Because Elgen and Tyrson already do the action.
Yeah.
Now?
At the moment, so I'm just going to break in action as well.
Okay, yes, I wait.
So what I do is that I ready my weapons and I wait for the next developments of the group.
Okay.
To see what we should do next.
Alright, you wait. Yeah, Waruay, what you do?
Alright, yeah, without knowing what's up ahead, I'm just going to hold my action as well to wait to see what happens.
Okay, then you wait. Now every action will be for Tyrson and Elgen. Okay, Tyrson, what you do?
I'm probably gonna Can I see anything? Can I do a perception check to see what I can see?
Okay, roll perception.
Yeah.
Okay. Even from the top of that cliff itself, you look around. Other than the remains of the dead below the cliff itself, you don't see anything else. It's quiet. It's very quiet.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna whistle and do some signs to Durotan, saying I can't see anything out of the usual here.
Okay, right. Elgen, roll perception if you're looking for something. What do you do, Elgen? Actually?
That's... Hang on. I don't actually have a stat block for Finn in his for perception. So I think
Okay. You can use yours because you're still in meditation with him.
I think it uses his. I see what he sees.
Okay. So if it's a wisdom ability 19, unless you want to re-roll to see whether you can actually roll. But okay, for
So it'll be
Fox. Your Finn, look around, hearing, sharpen his ears, just smelling. You do smell blood, but you don't hear it.
That's not what I
Very
wanted.
quiet.
Awful.
29. Okay. No. Alright, wisdom 19.
8 or
You don't see anything, you don't hear anything. The only
20.
thing you do smell from me, is the smell of the dead. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I forgot
Tyrson.
in Roll20 it automatically adds the 2 d20s together.
hmm
So I just went and re-rolled them separately. And then I added the +2 from its stat block that you gave me.
Okay. Alright. Okay, Tyrson, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna probably just climb down and head over back here, and that's it. That's my 2 movements, my 2 actions,
Okay.
my movement and my action.
Alright. Okay, that's done. You move closer towards the wreckage, Tyrson. You see it just remains. You try to go closer, but the remains itself seems to be slowly like decaying under the sun itself. And okay, Elgen, what do we do?
I'm going to keep connection with Finn. And Finn's just gonna basically be there with Tyrson.
Okay. Alright. Okay, Tyrson, your turn.
I'm gonna whistle and move the come on alongside, saying, not saying, just moving, saying it's all clear what I can see. So
Okay. Roll for investigation, Tyrson.
Yep.
Okay. The obviously Finn can't do investigation for you. Just like Finn looking around to see if there's any danger. Alright. What you do notice is actually move closer.
-4.
Okay, just when they actually move closer, you realize that the wreckage itself is like a number of barrels actually being broken into the dead horse. The smell itself was just too strong, but because it's dried up because of the desert sand and the sun itself. But what actually surprises you the most is not the horse under the car, but it's the 3 dead people right in front of you. You realize that they are elves. An elven child, a woman, and a man lay right in front of you, dead perhaps, you're not too sure how long. Perhaps due to your investigations check of 6, so you're not too sure. But you do know that they're elves, and that's about it. Okay, Tyrson, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna approach him and do a medical check to see how long they've been dead for.
Okay, roll medicine. Okay. You realize that you actually kneel next to the child. You look. You see that there are arrows actually stuck on her back. And you realize that even her skin is actually dried up because of the sun. You'll see that perhaps they've been dead for about at least 3-4 days, perhaps.
I'm gonna whistle and give the okay sign to them to move along. Is the cart salvageable?
You notice there's really nothing much there at the cart. You notice that many of the belongings actually been taken away. The carts and the barrels have been smashed open. You see like wines perhaps. And then as the others actually move further closer towards you, you see like Deidre then perhaps like move along. And after that she like gaff and actually see that then she just said that these are traders. Traders from Matahari. It's like they're poor souls and taken, I think. And then after that she just got down. Then actually just moved closer towards one of the remains. And after that you notice that person actually just opened her mouth pouring into in front of her face And she actually tried to stop herself from crying, and you realize that she said that, I know these traders. They're Elven family in Matahari. They usually travel from Matahari to Paras down south. But using this precious ways. I know them very well, but there's supposed to be 4 of them. The 4th is missing. Their son is not here. I'm not too sure whether the son is perhaps back in Matahari, safe, but I'm sure that he must be worried about his family. And the young girl, the sister. And after that, she just like kneel on the sand. And after that, it's like failing her wisdom saving throw, and it's just like weep and then close her eyes. And then after that, then you won't closer. Okay, Durotan, what do I do?
Okay, yeah, I was just trying to, unmute the thing. Durotan basically puts his hand on her shoulder to try and, consult her as his face turns toward Tyrson and say this to him.
Call for Elgen and Rhin'zey. Let's bury the dead and give them a proper prayers of the dead. Tell the rest to be on guard in case of anything. And
I'll repeat that to everyone and just quietly.
Before you get
like
there,
you've
you've been told that that I've said it already, because I can hear you guys and I can still talk and everything. I just don't have my sight.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's bury this family. And Miss, do you think they were traveling alone, or is the 4th person with them?
Can't really learn much at this point. It could have been, like you suggest, like a betrayal. Somebody was coming along with them and then decided to kill everyone. Or he could have planned it in advance and people were lying in wait, and then he gave him the signal and they could have killed him. Or it could have been something a lot more sinister, something a lot more, let's say, supernatural. Can't really...
You're talking about a kid here.
Sorry?
You're talking about the kid. The 4th person could be a kid.
The kid could have been
organized to kill his parents.
The kid could have been either.
He could be here or.
The kid could have been either kidnapped or lost. For now, let's
it's
the parents.
It's a possibility.
Okay. Let's not bicker.
Okay, moving. Okay, gonna be moving from left to right. Okay, Cornelius, to action for you. What do you do?
Cornelius uneasy, but then he hops down, yells out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this, not exactly surroundings. What can he roll? Investigation or something, is it?
Why? What do you want to do first?
Investigate as in like...
investigate what?
Death by what? Death by what? Yeah, death by what? Is it like an ambush or is it like animals or something?
Okay, roll for investigation. Okay. You knelt actually to look at the... You decided to actually check what was the cause of this. Then you look at the card, you look at the bodies, you look at the arrows that actually stuck at the back of the elven child. You actually look at it, you pluck it out from the dead flesh. When you look at it, those arrows actually are very crude in design, and realize that only the one thing. It's actually goblin arrows.
Okay, goblin arrows. Okay, wait, let me just move myself a bit closer. Then after that, that is deduced that they are ambushed by goblins. Second will be I will try to see how. Wait, someone already mentioned that they died probably 3 or 4 days ago, right? Okay, then I tried to remove the arrows from the child's back, and I said that I pluck it out and I point it to anyone that's around here. It's like this arrow, based on the crude designs and everything, it's known that they have been ambushed by goblins amongst here. And I look at Dedra, it's like, is there any known goblin camps around here or any noticeable goblin site around this area, because it seems that based on my deduction here is that they have been ambushed by a group, probably even more goblins.
Not that I know of. This passage has always been used by traders to actually mostly escape the desert and actually make camp. But goblins to actually attack here at this location is actually unheard of, she just tells you. But there's not many people that I know that knows about the goblins of this place. And then she tells you, but I'm not too sure. We need to. If only I need to ask the ranger. Well, I'm not too sure whether the ranger is actually occupied right now.
It means that they have been traveled quite far to come to this place to. If based on what you say is true, that means that this group of goblin may have found their ways here and decide to ambush those, well, innocent traveler, I suppose. It means that
if only Garrosh and Adrenilo was here, but they're currently busy right now, and they're journeying somewhere else. And she just tells you. Then after you heard the names, you don't know who they are, but you notice that they seem to mention that there's a ranger, and then, but Durotan, you roll for history.
Okay.
Okay, you heard of the name Garrosh before, but you've never met him personally. As you mentioned, actually, name
I
Garrosh.
suppose.
But
yeah, you continue first, Herbert.
yeah, then after that, then Cornelius, then you actually look. But when you look at the arrows itself, it's actually stuck from all sides. Then after that, the moment you actually look at it, and when you investigate, the arrows are actually like attacked. You notice that there are a number of spilled stuff on the floor itself. It's like smells like something, but you're not too sure what type of substance it is. Okay. Then what you want to do? Last action for you?
I just told Daedra say that if that's the case, if what you say is true, that there aren't supposed to be any goblin in this site, I think it's best that we bring the evidence and bring it back to Hatamari. What is Hatamari? Matahari, and told the person in charge that there are dangers around this area and hope that they will find someone to clear off the goblins around here.
Okay.
Well, the last thing that we are able to do for these people is give them a burial and be on our way, I suppose.
Okay, alright. Durotan, what do? 2 action for you.
Is the wagon salvageable, or is it, completely destroyed?
Destroyed, not salvageable.
Okay, destroyed, not salvageable. All the content has been spilled all over the place, is it?
Some of it's spilled. There's like some of it taken away. But you notice that Daryl mentioned that these are traders, but most of the stuff will be taken away. You only see like a number of barrels only, that's about it.
I'll roll investigation to see how many footprints in terms of the dead bodies first. Like how many, was it like a convoy of 3 or a convoy of 4? To see where's the 4th person, if he was here, where did he win? So, is that going to be survival or investigation?
Nice. This
Investigation, not survival. There's actually both. 1 survival, 1 investigation.
Okay,
can I assist with him?
on which roll?
I'll assist the survival.
Okay. That means 1 person rolls for investigation, the other one rolls for survival, before I roll.
Survival.
Okay, that means my roll...
Damn.
Okay. Okay, one of you rolled for survival, and... Okay, never mind. I'll just roll for survival with advantage and investigation with normal. Survival advantage is 22, and now investigation... Yep. Too much blood and too much everything. Unless the survival tells me how many people were in the convoy.
You do realize that you do know that there's only 3 people who left the convoy itself. But what you notice about your survival skill, you notice that there are a number of footprints that's actually covered up by the sands itself during a number of days. You see small little footprints, perhaps barefooted, caused by goblins. Goblin footprints, very common. You've seen it. But there's another footprint coming from multiple directions as real Rhin'zey and the others actually that assisted you actually found out that these footprints actually came from the cliff from all sides, from all four sides, north, south, east, and west. Very organized. Goblins are not organized. You think to yourself. But even with this, you're not too sure who is the other boots that's actually caused made, followed by the goblins after. It's quite big. It's perhaps humanoid in size, but actually realize that they come in some sort of single file. But the footprints itself seems to be heading straight to the south. All in one single file after that. Organized. Goblins marching. You scratch your head.
Since when goblins are, organized attackers, the best they can do is, foolishly charge against you, or try to ambush a party of 7 with just 4. Plus, I think there was somebody leading the goblins. Not so sure who. But they journeyed southward, and I see 2 sets of goblin footprint appears to be an organized march.
Okay, Rhin'zey, you heard that. What do I do? 2 actions for you.
I'm gonna start digging so we can bury these guys with my shovel. I'll use strength roll for that, and that'll be my first action.
What about the hole?
What is it called? Cornelius will help with Rhin'zey's burial and everything.
Okay. The burial will take some time to actually bury the body, so the elves. Okay. Alright, taking that time. Okay, Tyrson, 2 action for you. What do you do?
Because he said, I want to follow the trail of the unorganized way of footprints. In what direction?
Okay. Roll investigation and survival.
Yeah.
Nobody wanna assist? Okay. Right. When you check the number of footprints, other than ones actually made by your companions, you see others that's actually been gone, covered by dirt itself, heading towards the south. Quite a number of them actually. Small little footprints made by made by boots, made by small little goblin feet. But others actually, it's like behind that goblin feet, which actually worries you. Boots, perhaps, used by yourself even, adventuring boots. It's like other people. But that's not only, other than the smaller feet, you notice that this boot is made by other few people. At least 4 maybe. Adults, perhaps, unsure. Okay, and then that's done. And after you just look at the others, this could be confirm your thoughts together with Durotan. Okay, Elgen, what do I do? 2 actions for you.
In this form for Fen, I'm going to get him to help dig, because he has a 15-foot burrow speed, 5-foot burrow speed. So he'll be able to cut the time down on digging the graves. And then I'll pretty much come over and console the chick that we're with.
Okay. Alright, I actually consoled Deidre. Leonard's actually busy. Okay, then roll for persuasion. And after that, okay, you persuaded her. Okay, you consoled her. She stopped crying. And then, okay, for Finn, roll for perception. With advantage. Wisdom. Twice.
For Finn. So it's a +2. 19.
Okay. Okay, Finn, you actually notice these two smell. You got goblin smell, obviously, like unfresh, many days already. But the track itself seems to be going straight to the south. They're not here. They have been gone perhaps a number of days. But it seems to be that at least heading towards the south, and another one actually heading towards the slackness. But now you notice that, and then seems lastly, Waruay, what do you do to action?
Yes, something I was wondering, because I'm a wagon master, a caravan specialist. Would I know of like little nooks and crannies that merchants might have in their caravans for things that they may consider valuable, but they want to keep hidden on a long journey, like built into the caravan itself?
You mean Smuggler's Hole?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just wondering if is that something that you would rule on?
Okay, roll survival and investigation.
Okay. I will go there. Survival and investigation. Wow.
Okay. Like when you look around Norway, the only thing you actually see other than everybody that rolls rubber hide and then you only know the footprints is just going south. But you're not too sure with your investigation. Everybody's investigation is very low. You're not sure whether they actually have a smartness phone. And it's because there's no ranger in the party, this will be very difficult. So what do you all want to do moving from again? Okay, Waruay. One action to each before the Cornelius. Okay, Waruay, what do you want to do?
How high is this mountain range right here?
How high?
Yeah, how high is it? To
It's
get
about
up
20, 15, but never higher than 30. But it's like one point is like maybe 20, another point maybe 10 or 15. That's it. So total length probably be 40 feet high if you fall down from it or being pushed down from it.
Oh, okay. Is the climb speed the same as your speed, or is it different? Like, I have 40 climb speed. So you might be able. I have 40 feet. You might be able to climb up to the top of it.
I mean half of it though. So you'll probably be able to reach the top if it's like just 20 feet. If it's only about 20 feet high, and you're not an actual climber, so half your speed, so 20.
Oh, okay. So I can make it to the top then.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I will climb to the top and have a look around. Sort of just scout the area out.
Okay. All right. Roll perception.
Another horrible roll.
Okay. Who are you trying to persuade? The rocks.
Oh, sorry. I thought that.
The rocks said nothing.
Varius.
You just stayed quiet.
The rocks don't want to talk to me.
Perhaps when you're actually climbing up, you're like huffing and puffing, like then you talk to the rock, or perhaps you talk to yourself. But you look around from the top itself. This is the tallest hill you can actually find. You look around, you don't see anything. It's like the desert itself seems to be quiet. The rocks itself seems to be blocking your views. There are a number of hills actually higher than this one. One lower, one higher, and even one even taller. And then after that ended. Okay, Elgen, what do we do? One action. Still consoling?
Elgen?
Okay.
Mic was muted. Had the mic flipped up. No, I'm gonna grab her hand and gesture for her to return with me back to the cart.
Okay. Well, you actually like bring her towards the cart, like together with her. Varius jumped down and said, "It's okay, Elgen. I'll take it from here." while you try to actually look what's actually happening. Of course, you're more adept towards the land since you are, of course, the master of the lands. Come here with me, Deirdre. I'll console you. Varius speaks out. And after that, I bring her towards the cart while actually telling you to investigate further, Elgen.
I set Varus on fire.
Every
You sure?
every
Every
every male in this party is eyeing the one lady in the group. Man,
Not me. Not me.
I wouldn't say
No, not
Not
Cornelius.
me.
I mean, look at that. That silver hair, that look. It's like that nice skin and everything. Yeah. Well, go.
Hey, I'm just waiting for my Tabaxi girl way back home, okay?
Yeah.
My
Alright.
Cornelius' heart has someone else already, so it's like to her, it's like, she's a pretty woman, but my heart belongs to someone else.
Okay.
Whereas
Varus tells you
Elgen's doing it out of
investigate further.
honor.
Mhm.
Elgen does it out of honor, as a more of a chivalrous thing.
Chivalrous, yes. Very chivalrous,
Okay.
of course. Alright, okay. After did that, okay, Tyrson, what do you want to do? One action.
What am I investigating?
Okay, wait first. Tyrson first.
I'm gonna keep on falling down this road. That's 10, 20, 25. About here. And just look around.
Okay. Perception or investigation? Up to you.
Oh, nice.
Okay. When you look and see, Tyrson, you see a number of footprints coming from here, making a single line all the way to the south. Very organized, very military-like. Goblins marching in a single file. This, you will ask yourself, Tyrson, how come? Who is leading these goblins? But since they're all moving towards the south, you need to actually move perhaps a hex more towards this treacherous cliffland. Heading back, if you decide to actually turn back, you'll be missing at least 2 to 3 days of travel. If you head south, at least you'll still be moving faster towards Matahari.
Well, I done my stuff, so I am return.
Okay. Alright, Rhin'zey, one action to you. What do you want to do? Everything Rhin'zey's mic. Your mic, Rhin'zey. Having issues again.
Nah, he said he's BRB.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. Skipping. Okay, Durotan, what do you do?
Now that the bodies have been buried and everything, I move basically here and try to investigate to see if, during the attack something may have, flipped and covered something valuable, so I'll roll investigation.
Okay.
Oh. Nice.
What does my itty-bitty normal 20 sees?
Okay. When you actually, you lift the cart over and then, went to the other side. Beneath it, you see a small little chest that's been crushed by the cart itself with its belongings all over the floor itself. Number of silver pieces, copper and gold, and a small letter, a small parchment. What do you do?
I collect everything as I take out,
So you went to pick the gold pieces slowly, one by one. Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I basically.
Okay, well, everybody's just
basically,
watching.
collect them in my hand, and the parchment. Is the letter opened or is it, sealed?
It's open.
I take out the letter and just, read it out loud to everybody around me, basically.
Better start writing because I'm not gonna be typing this down. Okay.
Okay, somebody should write down this in the chat, like whomever is the fastest typer.
This is on you.
Okay, my English is not so good. Okay, so start away.
Type in notepad. Maybe perhaps like notepad or words. Type in chat. Okay. All right. Because I'm not gonna repeat this. I'm gonna repeat it once because the writings itself, because the letters itself is faded, and due to the ink, and perhaps due to the weather, you are just making sure what actually is written there. And it says there, okay. Traveling from Matahari to Anohol. Trading items from Matahari to Onohol. Okay, and then you put there. And then it's like 6 barrels of wine. And then 4 boxes, okay, of silver ore and iron for the blacksmith of Onohol. And then after that, 4 boxes of short swords and long swords and shields for the blacksmith. 4 boxes which can fit up to 10 weapons each, you think to yourself. And then after that, and then a chest filled with scrolls for Formidable, and a box, and also after that, 1 chest filled with potions, at least 6 scrolls and 6 potions for Formidable. And then after that, a chest filled, it's like money for the item, which is roughly about 30 gold pieces, 50 silver, and 100 copper.
Oh, well done typing that out.
And I'm still like barely catching up, but at least I managed to write down the blacksmith stuff and everything because I had to bypass those. And I'm just spell checking and yeah.
Okay. Due to the feathered ink on the parchment itself, you try to make sure that, okay, I believe this is what they wrote, you think to yourself. Because I'm not repeating myself. If you miss out, you miss out.
I give the letter as I finish reading it. I give it to Rhin'zey, who's the closest to me for, a quote-unquote proofreading after me, just to make sure whatever I read is not missing anything.
Well, it's missing a capital letter, too many commas, not enough apostrophes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
I guess next time someone should fucking do it instead, man.
you actually asked me to proofread, not joking.
It's also silver, not just iron.
This is all cool, yeah.
Rhin'zey, you look at the parchment, you can't really make sure what is they writing. Well, it doesn't really matter because most of this stuff is not even in the cart. Thrown, taken away.
Short swords and shields would come in very handy.
Okay, Cornelius, your turn. What do you do?
Well, whatever is it doesn't seem to be that much of a what do you call it? Valuables, but then somehow someone just thought of it and to attack them and get the thing. Which means that either they're desperate or they are just, I don't know.
I think somebody just stole the cargo of this trade caravan, and now we have a bunch of armed goblins with short swords and shields running around.
Speaking of which, where is Tyrson? I don't see him around here.
I think he went up.
I mean, technically, as player, obviously I can see he's around here, but as character, I don't see him around.
I think he went up ahead. Now that we finished burying the unfortunate victims of this uneven battle, I'll take the content of the crushed chest that I found along with this letter and return it back to Matahari. Perhaps whomever knows them could make use of these things to make, I don't know, to make A hunting party
Well-
to hunt down those who've done it.
Well, you do you. I'll go catch up with Tyrson, see if he has any more findings up ahead. So I just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll end my turn.
Alright?
Oh, I just realized my token is super tiny next to. Yes, my token is super tiny next to Tyrson.
Alright.
Okay. Right. Tyrson, you notice that Cornelius actually arrived to where you are while you're actually busy investigating the tracks itself. Hey, Tyrson, what do you want to do?
Just to say, they very, very organized, these goblins. There's 3, probably adventurers, like humanoids, with them, heading south.
Pardon,
And by
can you repeat that whole entire sentence again? I couldn't catch half of what you're saying.
These goblins are organized, and they have with them 3 humanoids of some sort. Heading south, and they are very organized. And when goblins are organized like this, that means they have a powerful leader with them.
You meant to say. So let me get this straight. You are trying to say that they are being controlled by someone, of a leader of some sort.
Probably not controlled. Probably
Yeah. I mean,
idolized or
not
Led.
exactly control, led by someone. Yeah.
Led.
I mean,
Led
yeah,
someone. Yes. Yes.
So you meant to say that there's someone leading this group of goblins to ambush and everything.
Yes.
That means we couldn't leave it behind like this. We have to report to the closest, which is Matahari.
Yes, we very do need to report this to someone, or head south where it's lead and wipe them out, or convince them to join us. You know, a good, well-trained goblin army goes a long far.
Well, is there any other findings that you're able to find, Tyrson?
That's it. That's my little and
Well, alright. Anyway, we have done burying those 3 victims of ambush. I think if there's nothing else we can do, I think we should get back to our journey. I think the longer we stay here, the more unsafe it is for us. After all, this is the site of the incident, and I'm not sure about you, but I don't hope to stay around to find out if there's any more goblins around here or not.
that's fair enough. I approach the little bunny and give him a good scratch and move on. East.
Never mind. It's like he's like so defeated that when he was like start ruffling the bunny's head, it's like it's like just go back.
Okay. Alright. Okay, well, you head back. Okay, passing like Rhin'zey and Durotan. Okay, now you see Deidra actually like looking at the rest of you and said that after this you notice that Durotan actually picking up the money, and after that the parchment, and then Deidra then tells you, Durotan, I believe that whatever you pick up from whatever left of their caravan, if their son is still alive, I believe that belongs to him.
Most definitely.
I walk to where she is and pass her everything. The letter, which basically it's, the content of the caravan, along with the sealed parchment and the amount of money, I have picked it up. I just give it to her in my large orcish hands.
Okay, you pass it to her, and after that, she just looks at you, and after she said thank you, then she took out a small piece of paper and then wrapped it around nicely, and after that, then just put it into her pocket, and then she said, I believe that if he's still around, he would need to know what happened to the family, because traveling from Matahari to Anoho would take at least 16 to 18 days, and then to return is more than a month. He would expect them to still be there. If he's still around, then we have to break the news to him. I would have to break the
Yes.
news to him.
Yes. What's going to happen to him? Who's going to take him in?
Their shop will most likely be closed down if nobody pays the rent for it every month, and I believe their shop will need to close, and he will most likely have to be sent to the nearest orphanage. That's the worst case scenario. Otherwise, somebody else will have to take care of him.
Can I cut in and say
Will-
something here? Because I
will-
haven't said anything at all this time.
hmm
Yeah, Durotan, this is an opportunity for us. We help out these people and we could get some clout, well not clout, but rep points, and it'll help us in achieving what we are trying to achieve together.
Let's
what-
reach Matahari and then decide. The fate of the boy now hangs in the balance. If we're able to take...
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go help this boy.
If we're able, we'll find a good family for him to take care of him. If not, we'll take the boy back with us. He can grow up among the frost wolves.
He can grow up as a nobleman, and we tell the story of his family to him, and he can then become an honorable, achieve a lot of for himself, and then proclaim his family name and bring honor back and everything.
Exactly.
I was to say, Detra, is it alright you would shelter this boy? He can look after the shop when you are gone on ventures and stuff.
Bjorn and looks and said, breaking the news to him would be the most difficult part. He's a strong lad, of course, and there's no word to him to say, and there's nothing that we could do for the remains, even if we can't even bring them back. But at least I know for a fact that this road could be dangerous for traders now. It used to be the most safest road ever. Every trader used this place at least once or twice a month or 3 times a month to travel from the trade towns of Rustum and even to Honorable, even to us. But this is the first time that I've seen the caravan being attacked like this. But then she took a deep breath and deep sigh, and then after that she just like head forward again towards the edge. And then Tyrson, you know for a fact that this single file of goblins is actually around this cliff somewhere, and you just have to be more alert than the others, making travel much more difficult and much slower. Okay, alright, now travel is a bit more treacherous towards Matahari. Okay, rolling for nature. Survival is now higher and more harder. Okay, and then after that, rolling for perception. Nature, survival, perception, as usual.
Okay, survival. For survival, I just need one person to. Okay, that's good. And that's nature. Okay, that means I have advantage.
Do
Only
perception.
on survival, but not nature. Nature is like he's just being too cautious, so that not getting an arrow behind his back when they actually try to look for something.
I'm assuming since at 22, it's gonna be 2 squares.
Perception.
Perception, we got 21, so that's really good. And minus only 1 ration, because we only moved 2 squares. And again, survival, nature, and perception, so I just need...
Okay, Tyrson.
I want to do nature this time.
Alright, before moving to
I'll
the
do
forward.
nature.
Okay, Tyrson. While heading through while you all actually journey through the treacherous cliffs, itself, you notice actually something in the distance. It's like you notice 2 people in the distance itself that seems to be talking. One apparently is like hooded, but you're unsure who it is. But it's actually quite far, quite a distance actually, as you noticed them. And you notice that as you're about to approach, you notice that one actually moved towards the cliffside itself, and then one actually moved further forward, and then one moved to the south, or to the southeast towards Matahari. You're actually riding a horse, but the other one actually, what seems to be, you notice, seems to be a hobgoblin. Actually, as you notice that as you're about to approach, you notice that he actually wears some sort of cloak, and actually, and after the moment he actually put it on, you notice that he immediately vanishes from your sight.
I repeat this to everyone we just said. So, points concerning a hobgoblin with cloak or visibility, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll repeat everything what you said to everyone else. All people up ahead with the hobgoblin and the someone scaled the cliff face as well.
Durotan, just, ready action, just in case. We had a good roll of 18 for nature from Rhin'zey, so I just need someone to assist me with survival, and one person to roll for perception again.
I can assist you with survival.
I'll do perception.
Okay.
Oh, damn it! I keep all my good rolls with a 16.
Okay, we have perception 16 and survival 24, meaning we can move 2 hexes after this battle. And what are we upon?
The same place we were just in, but upside down.
Yeah. But technically for the characters, it's a new terrain.
I'm gonna yell out in Goblin. Come out! I saw you really loud. I mean, like ridiculously loud.
Okay, you scream out, Goblin, like really loud. Okay, roll for intimidation or persuasion.
I say persuasion.
I'll do intimidation.
But what about performance? Maybe you're like thinking it now.
Performance.
Just doing a helicopter.
Okay. Rhin'zey, intimidation is not intimidating enough. Okay. Okay, scream out. Okay, Tyrson is like you persuade. You speak in goblin noise.
I meowed.
Well,
Okay. Alright. Okay,
Alright, so Herb, I hate to, what do you call it, disrupt, but I'm gonna leave now. I have to attend to something that's very important. I assume that we're nearly finished, though. For tonight.
Yep, it's actually supposed to be continued very soon. Okay. Alright, the moment you actually speak out, Tyrson, you're speaking goblinoid.
Alright,
Okay,
see
you
you
notice
guys.
one particular...
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You notice one particular hobgoblin appeared from one of the top of the cliff itself. And then after that, you notice there is no goblin. It's actually a hobgoblin, actually speaking from the top of the cliff. And then he speaks to you in goblinoid. It is actually very rare to actually say somebody that can actually speak goblinoid to another goblin. He speaks to you. But, my friend, unfortunately, you and your caravan group, your guards apparently, is a mix of unusual a party. But I wish that we could actually continue this conversation further, my young friend. However, look at the time. You may have to wait for next week. And
Well,
we
now.
continue. And how do you respond?
Well, now, that's the case.